happened today that I really want to share with you. That I think people just don't think about or understand. And so I am doing my job to help share the knowledge, and I'm hoping that you will share the knowledge with other people. In today's current world, people really like new and shiny, which is easy because there's lots of new homes that are popping up in nearly every market. And it doesn't matter whether you live here in Colorado or in Tennessee or Texas or California. This story is true no matter where you live. The salesperson at the new build sales office does not represent you. I had a situation happen today where one of my clients that I absolutely love and adore texted me looking for some information, and that information prompted me to know they were moving. So I followed it up with, where are you going? You know, what is happening? And she mentioned to me, oh, we bought a new build. And I said, oh, I could have helped you with that. I'm so sorry to hear that, but I'm excited for you. Congratulations. And I truly am excited for anybody that purchases a home, because I think homes are a really great way to accumulate wealth. They're wonderful for your own personal portfolio. If you're having an investment property, I mean, there's countless reasons that I think real estate is the second best investment based on the posts that I've done this week. The first one is always in yourself. But when I asked her about that, she responded with, oh, the builder represented us. And I just want everyone to know that the builder, the sales representative, and every person that you interact with at the builder's office, their sole purpose is not to represent you. Their sole purpose is to represent the seller. The seller is the builder. And how that affects you varies from place to place, circumstance to circumstance, but nearly always is it going to affect you in a negative way if there is no one to police the situation and make sure that the builder is doing and saying things that are ethically, morally, and structurally relevant. And in a lot of circumstances, they aren't doing those things. Just in our town of Erie, I use them as an example, we've had several circumstances where the builder is being kind of monitored by the town because of things that they've done wrong and refused to fix. And a lot of these things are not typical things that you would experience in an inspection. It's stuff that you would notice through the different layers of building. And then sometimes it's stuff that your real estate agent who has experienced this time and time again will notice. One of the most common things that we see here in Colorado, although I would imagine this is all over the world, well, all over our country, I should say, is sewer issues. So a lot of people mistakenly believe, oh, this is a brand new house, it's passed inspection with the city or the town or the county, whatever the dynamic is, and there's no issues. But the truth is that one of the most common times there is an issue with the sewer is at the time of building. A lot of times it's something as simple as they were backfilling the dirt after they laid the sewer line. They dropped the backhoe on top of the sewer line. They dislodged it, they cracked it, they broke it. They did something to it that was known at that time, but no one's using it, so no problems come up. Nothing comes up that's obvious during the, walkthrough, which is what people use as their inspection a lot of times, and they use their own, eyes. And they move into the home, and some time passes, and lo and behold, there is a problem with the property. There's a problem with the sewer, and it could have been fixed before they moved in. And now we're dealing with things like landscaping having to be redone, the sidewalks, street, driveway, all of those things need to be redone. that could have been prevented long before. And I do think that this is probably true everywhere. It's pretty common here in Colorado, sewer issues, and more than I would like is this a common problem for sellers when they go to move because they didn't have a sewer scope at the time of the purchase of their new build, thinking that it was brand new and shiny and there couldn't possibly be something wrong with them. Within that, there is also this concept of, oh, it passed inspection with the city or the town. And you would be shocked to believe how that actually works. So definitely don't rely on that. The city and the towns do a great job, but there's typically not enough staff to look at every single house with a fine-tooth comb. When you are purchasing a new home, it is the builder's job to do the least amount of things possible. That means when you find inspection stuff, it is their job to push back. And it is important to work with someone who knows what your rights are and aren't. Because more often than not, people's responses to things being wrong is, well, I'm just going to terminate the contract and I'm going to get my earnest money back because the builder is clearly wrong and I am clearly right. And this is the one thing that does vary based on state, but here in Colorado, the likelihood of you getting your earnest money back for these things is pretty slim. You are going to have someone ready to fight in your corner. It is not just an automatic, hey, I'm done, give me my earnest money back. And I have heard more stories than I can count of people who didn't work with an agent, who were in this exact situation in the Denver metro area, working with those big name builders that are building all of the properties that I'm certain you're busy looking at and falling in love with. And they had pretty terrible experiences when this exact circumstance happened. So I'm here to plead with you that it is totally okay to fall in love with a new build, and it is totally okay with wanting to buy a new build. And I do believe that many home buyers are incredibly savvy, but it is our job as professionals to know the tips and tricks of the trade to prevent you, the home buyer, from falling prey to home sellers. You are not likely to just trust 100% a home seller under normal circumstances. Why would you do it at that point? As I said, I'm over here picking my mom's garden. I'm not even through one plant and I have quite the haul here. I'd love to see any of your gardening haul, and I look forward to talking to you more about the wonders of real estate here in Colorado and nationwide. It's important to have your own representation watching out for you. It is important to know exactly what you're getting into. It is important to know that your interests are being looked out for above and beyond having a new home that's shiny and pretty and clean.